Hello, good afternoon. Yeah, it is Friday today, so I haven't made a video in a while. Today's video is going to be titled, let me see, what am I going to call today's video? Is uh, Independence or Interdependence? I guess that's what we're going to, or should you be independent? The question is, I keep hearing the term independent, specifically from the female perspective. I see, I hear it, I see it, I read it on social media. Oh, I'm an independent woman. I don't need no man. I'm independent. And this is not a video to bash or shame or degrade any gender or women in anything. No, I'm tackling the concept of independent. Whenever I hear people, especially when I meet like ladies that say they're independent, I'm not gonna lie, my first impression is, why are you leading with that term? Because I don't see a lot of guys going around the world, or a lot of people, it's the same way when I see people trying so hard to prove to you they're rich, or they're trying so hard to prove to you they're intelligent or something. Normally when people try so hard to emphasize one thing, it is that thing which they lack deep down. So when I hear independence, I'm like, first of all, I don't see a lot of guys going around going, I'm independent. Hey, I can pay my own bills. I can buy my own food. You're an adult. That's what you're supposed to be able to do. Right? I just paid rent 3 days ago. I don't go around saying rent's paid. That's just, as an adult, that's what I'm supposed to do. But here's the thing. One of the reasons why I don't like the term independence is because I don't want to be independent. I've never lived my life to be an independent man. Why would I want to be especially independent and I say I don't need no woman? Or trust me, I need a woman. I'm going to get a woman. I'm going to live with a woman. I've needed my mom, I've needed my sisters, but I'm going to have a partner one day. Right? A spouse. Yeah. I'm going to need that person. And I feel like we as guys, that need, you don't see, like, if a guy goes, I don't need no woman, we just look at him and go, right? Like, what's wrong with this fella? Why wouldn't you? I mean, it depends if the fella has alternative lifestyle, that's different. But most guys don't have alternative lifestyle. They got normal lifestyle. So with that, why would you not need a woman? I need a woman. I know for a fact she gonna give me kids. She gonna be a comforting partner for me. She gonna help me achieve my financial and life goals quicker, hopefully. That's what I want from her. There's a lot of things she wants from me too, but I'm gonna focus on what I want from her because, hey, right? And there's things that I'm building in my own life so that some of the things that she might want from me, I'll be able to do it, to provide, to protect, to be emotionally present, emotionally intelligent, to help push her achieve her own dream, facilitate her own path to financial and life security, or those things as well. So the crazy thing is, I use the term interdependence. I'm interdependent. I will always be interdependent. I want to be interdependent, which means I am interdependent. I depend on somebody and they depend on me. Why wouldn't I want to? I'm gonna be rich someday. I know that because I got the work. I'm gonna work, except if maybe God has written that is not my path. And even then, I'm gonna give God a hell of a fight. Right? Like, I think I'm gonna be successful. I'm gonna be successful because I'm gonna put in the work. I'm putting the work. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but I'm gonna be successful financially, mentally. I'm gonna be successful. Right? But without a woman in my life, look, I'm doing all right. Like right now in my life, I ain't rich, but I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay, alhamdulillah. I'm gonna have a lot of money. I'm gonna build businesses, but with a woman in my life, if I'm interdependent on a woman, my path to success is going to be a shorter path. And her path to success by being interdependent on me is going to be a shorter path. Let's even go back to like traditional home values, like traditional home settings. Man did most of the earning, women did most of the home taking. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, by the way, even in today's age. I think a lot of people shy or shame people that do that, especially I see a lot of women shaming other women that choose that traditional lifestyle. I don't think it's not for everybody, because not everybody is going to qualify in today's world. What it takes to bring the traditional lifestyle is different. But there's nothing wrong with it. So, but let's use that as an example. If I'm a man and I'm going out to make most of the money, I've made sacrifices, which means I'm not going to be spending as much time with my children, right? Most likely in traditional settings. There's mundane tasks that I may not have time to do, or it's going to just add me. So tradition, the guy will go make the bulk of the bread, bring it back home. The woman will do like the cooking, the cleaning, the caretaking, the religious, be there to watch the kids and all of that. Now, the man can probably do that on his own, but because he doesn't have to focus on that, he can focus his energy, division of labor, on one thing. But he's dependent. He's interdependent. Without that woman in his life, he's probably going to be able to still handle things, but it's going to be a shitty deal, or it's going to be a hella difficult. But now, he's interdependent on that woman to do a bulk of maybe the household stuff and all of that, the nurturing and all of that. She probably got dreams. She want to be a doctor. She want to open a business. She want to be CEO, whatever. Now he's gone home. He's brought a big check. Now why she's interdependent on him. So that big check, she gonna take from that big check to finance her business, to go to school, to become that CEO that she wanted to become, to do all the things, to start that big business. Without him, she probably would succeed. It's just going to take her longer. But because they're interdependent, their path to success becomes shorter. I feel like independence, which is I don't need nobody, it's not for everybody. And I hear a lot of people saying it. They're stupid in my personal opinion, because it's such a reductive view of the term independence. People look at it as this slave mentality to depend on another person. There's a difference between depending on another person and being a liability to the person. If you're not bringing nothing to the table, you're a liability. It's like a worker that comes and takes salary but is not pulling weight. That worker is a liability. But the worker that is depending on the company to pay them, but they're bringing in sales to the table, that worker is interdependent. They do depend on some level. So I don't understand why people, when they use the term independent, it's such a reductive, myopic view of is also solipsistic view of the term itself. Like, you are the only thing that exists. You're not really looking at it from a broader perspective. And I like to look at things from a bird's eye view. That's just how I see the world, from a bird's eye perspective. Hence why I'm always on the fence on most things. There's very few things I am black and white about. Right? There's very few things I'm black and white about. But most things I'm on the fence. Right? So interdependence is the key term here for me. And that's how I've always lived my life. Most of the men I know, that's what we talk about. Oh, we are interdependent. We want to be interdependent. Why wouldn't you want to be interdependent? That's what I don't get. Why not? Of course I want to be interdependent. Of course. So, it's interesting. I want to be interdependent. I want my wife to be interdependent on me. What do I mean by interdependence? I am out here, right? This is how I want to live my life. I want to be successful. I've got businesses I'm running. But hopefully my wife, there's also certain things. She might be doing her own things, but there's things that she cannot, like, she's probably going to help me with. Some days I'm going to come back home and I'm going to be down, and I'm going to be that energy and love of a woman, a feminine perspective. Some days I'm not going to have the solutions to all the problems, and she going to be like, hey, have you thought about it this way? Have you looked about it this way? Someday I want to go punch somebody's face up. She might be the one to tell me, hey, man, I think, Sonny, you just need to calm down a little bit. I know, hey, I like you when you want to punch somebody up, but you need to calm down a little bit, think about it, maybe it's not worth it, that kind of thing. You know? And I've had those women in my life, for my family and outside, where they've been the ones to just tell me, hey, take it a step notch. And I thought about things a different way, from a feminine perspective. Right now, I'm dependent on my sisters. I'm not independent of them. There's things I call them, hey man, I need this, I need help with this. And they give me a perspective. I'll make my own decisions, don't get me wrong, but they give me a different perspective, and I'll carry them along. Every single decision we make in the family, I carry them along. And they know they could trust me, that I can carry them along. All the women in my life. And once you do that, even as a man, once you do that, you start to see the energy where women are just natural cheerleaders. They inspire, like the right women in your life, they'll inspire stuff about you, or make you, channel you, like ginger you to do things that you don't really think you are capable of. You be doubting yourself as a man. Man, we doubt ourselves and our ability, right? That's why we have pressures. Because there's a pressure to perform, which is a good thing, by the way. Right? But we'll talk about that another time. But when you have the right women in your life, they give you confidence, extra confidence, and that like you can handle that pressure, and you can take that pressure and turn that pressure into something beautiful, because the pressure that breaks glass is the same pressure that makes steel stronger with the hammer. Are you glass or are you hammer? We're kind of going on a tangent here, but the whole thing is interdependent. I'm going to be interdependent on my wife, right? She's going to do a lot of things. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she's going to be traditional. Maybe she's going to be making me some good food. Yeah, maybe my nutrition, I'm going to be dependent on. I can do my own cooking and everything. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe that's what she would want. I don't know. I don't know. I have an idea for the kind of woman I want, but I don't know what the kind of woman she wants to be, right? Maybe she's got dreams. She wants to open up a school or something like that. Yeah. I want to make sure on my own, right? Think about it, like today I live by myself. I do all of this by myself. But imagine if I lived with the right woman in my life. Now, rent automatically goes a little bit half. Let's assume that we were splitting it halfway, right? It goes half. Rent goes half. I'm saving almost 1,000 now that I didn't save before. Food becomes cheaper because now we're buying in bulk and stuff like that. So if I was planning to save 10,000 a year or 20,000 a year, now there's extra like maybe 1,000 a month that I didn't used to save before. She the same thing. Maybe she lived by herself, but now there's extra money that she ain't doing. She ain't paying. So her path to financial freedom is great. My path to financial freedom is great. We're interdependent on each other. She's making sure that I'm making my own money. She's making her own money. But together, we're eating cheaper, paying cheaper. The cable bills is half. The mobile bills are half. We're filing our taxes together. We're getting that 25% discount. Oh, our council tax. We're getting that marriage discount. So many things. We're taking advantage of all these amazing things. Right? Hey, I'm investing in this financial thing. I'm bringing it on game. Her friend just started this business. She's bringing me up on game. So now I'm having access to her network and she's having access to my network. We are interdependent on each other. We're so focused on the reason why a lot of people fear independence is we're so focused on this 50-50 nonsense. I don't care how much you bring to the table. It doesn't have to be 50-50. As long as your part and my part make the table, I don't care. And the reality is most men are probably going to bring the brunt of the table. That's okay. If all you're doing is polishing the table, without you polishing the table don't go and look nice. It's not going to look nice. We're so focused on how much I'm bringing to the table versus is it enough to actually make the table? You need 100%, right? It doesn't matter if one person is bringing 90 and the other person is bringing 10. Together, they make 100. If you are bringing 90 and one person is bringing 95, you got a problem. You're not adding up to 100. It's like a team game. Lionel Messi and Ronaldo, they scored the bulk of the goals for the team. That doesn't make the goalkeeper, right, unimportant. Because if you're conceding goals, Doesn't matter how many goals Messi scores. The goalkeeper, your team is going to lose and you're not going to win nothing. So you're interdependent on each other. Even though one person might be bringing in the bulk of the game, it does not matter. We're so fixated on, especially with finance, I got to be bringing half. Where did we learn that? It doesn't matter if you bring half. If you're with the right person, as long as what you're contributing makes 100%, what they have and what they need. Like, for example, in my life right now, if I got married today, I probably would not be fixated on the woman in my life bringing in half the bills. It would be nice. I used that example earlier, but in reality, I'm not really fixated. I've gotten to the point where I have enough money to live by myself. I live enough that I can live for two. So she was just bringing marginally. It's calm. As long as it makes up, we can still make the bills and everything. It's different if she's not bringing nothing. If she's not bringing nothing, what else is she bringing to? Maybe she's not bringing nothing, but she's just that amazing company and I want her in my life. So what? We're too fixated on this independence thing. Interdependence is what I preach. Be interdependent. And that's fine. It is you accepting that your fallibilities, your limitations, that, hey, I am limited in certain things. And another person brushing up that side, bringing in the different perspective of that side, footing the bills on that particular part. It's okay as long as they're the right person and I'm not forcing them and it's what we want to do. And I'm also bringing something back that they may require. It's an exchange. Doesn't got to be equal. As long as I'm getting what I want and she's getting what she's want. Exactly. She might be the one footing in most of the bills, but that's what she wants to do. She's a Fortune 500 CEO and me, what I want to do is sit home and play my guitar. But hey, I'm like, I don't know, whatever it is, I'm bringing whatever she needs in her life, that's fine. So think about it. Sani Yusuf out.